Once, long ago, in a village cradled by thick forest and towering trees, there lived a young man named Kofi. Strong of arm, keen of eye, he was a hunter like no other. The people admired him, for Kofi had done what few could even dream of. He had once saved the village from a great and terrible beast that threatened their homes, earning him the respect and admiration of all. But Kofi did not hunt for fame, nor for the adoration of the people. No, his heart belonged to one alone, Amma, the most beautiful maiden in the village. Her beauty was known far and wide, but it was her spirit that captured Kofi's heart. They had loved each other for as long as they could remember, their bond growing deeper with each passing day. Yet, as in all tales, where there is love, envy is not far behind. There was another man in the village, Kofi's childhood friend, Kwame. Now Kwame, though loyal in appearance, harbored a secret, a burning jealousy for the love Kofi and Amma shared. Kwame had loved Amma from afar, watching in silent agony as Kofi's shadow loomed over his every hope. And so, envy began to grow in his heart like a dark seed, and he schemed in secret, thinking of a way to take what Kofi had. One day, as Kofi prepared to leave for his usual hunt, Kwame approached him with a sly grin. "Brother," he said, "have you heard of the great beast that lurks deep in the forbidden forest?" Kofi raised an eyebrow. "A beast, you say?" "Aye," Kwame nodded. "Larger than any animal you've ever hunted, with fur black as night and eyes that glow like fire. The elders whisper of it, but none have dared to seek it out. It is said that whoever slays this creature will be remembered for all time. Imagine the glory you could bring to your name, Kofi." The thought of such a challenge stirred something in Kofi. He was already a hero in the village, but to slay such a beast. His name would live forever. His children, his children's children would speak of his deeds. And, he thought, Amma would be proud. And so, with Kwame's words ringing in his ears, Kofi made a fateful decision. He would go deep into the forbidden forest, and he would bring back the head of this beast. Before leaving, he went to Amma, who smiled warmly at him. "My love, where are you off to today?" she asked, her voice as soft as the wind through the trees. Kofi hesitated. "There is talk of a great beast in the forbidden forest. I must go. Imagine the honor it would bring our people, Amma." Amma's smile faded, concern filling her eyes. "The forbidden forest. Kofi, that place is cursed. What if something happens to you?" But Kofi, prideful and driven by Kwame's words, reassured her. "I will return, Amma. With the beast's head as a trophy. I will return to you." Reluctantly, Amma nodded, though her heart ached. She watched as Kofi disappeared into the dense woods, her soul uneasy. Days turned to weeks, and Kofi did not return. The village began to worry, and Amma's heart grew heavy with fear. Every day, she waited by the edge of the village, hoping to see his figure emerge from the trees, but he was nowhere to be found. It was then that Kwame saw his chance. He approached Amma, whispering dark thoughts into her mind. "Amma," he said, "Kofi left for the forbidden forest without even thinking of the danger. Perhaps he cared more for his own glory than he did for you." Amma shook her head. "No, Kofi loves me. He promised he would return." Kwame's voice softened, filled with false sympathy. "But it has been so long. If he truly loved you, would he not have returned by now? Maybe it is time to let go, Amma. I have always been here for you, and I always will be." Amma, torn between hope and doubt, began to wonder if Kwame's words held truth. What if Kofi had truly abandoned her for the glory of the hunt? Kwame's lies slowly poisoned her heart, and one day, she agreed to marry him. The village buzzed with the news, Amma, the jewel of the village, would wed Kwame, the man who had always stood in Kofi's shadow. But fate, as cruel as it can be, had other plans. On the day of the wedding, as the village gathered to celebrate, a figure appeared at the edge of the forest. Covered in dirt and blood, his clothes torn and his face weathered from weeks of battle, it was Kofi. And in his hand, he held the severed head of the beast he had slain. The crowd gasped, parting in shock as Kofi stumbled forward. His eyes searched desperately, until they found her, Oma, standing beside Kwame, dressed in wedding finery. For a moment, time seemed to stand still. Kofi's heart broke as he realized what had happened. He had fought tooth and nail to return to Oma, only to find that she had given herself to another. Oma's eyes widened, her heart torn between love and regret. She stepped forward, but Kwame quickly moved to her side, his hand gripping hers tightly. Oma is mine now, Kwame sneered, his victory complete. You were too late, Kofi. Kofi, still holding the beast's head, looked at Oma, the love of his life. Oma, he whispered, I did this for us. I fought for you. Oma's voice trembled. Kofi. I thought you had abandoned me. Kofi's gaze hardened as he turned to Kwame. You poisoned her against me, didn't you? Kwame smiled, his betrayal clear for all to see. You were a fool to leave her, Kofi. Now she is mine. But even as Kwame spoke, Oma's heart broke for the man she truly loved. The village waited with bated breath. Who would Oma choose, the man who had returned from the edge of death, or the one who had stolen her trust with lies? In the end, it was Oma's tears that spoke the loudest, and her decision would haunt her for the rest of her days. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this video, like this video and drop your comment, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.